Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to do like an overview type thing on this. This is called worry-free cheese, and this was sent to me by my buddy Jake Misfit from Misfit EDC, or is it EDC Misfits? I'm sorry, I got stickers. I'm gonna know in a second. I always do it backwards. I'm sorry, dude. So here you go. So this is his channel, not channel. I don't know if he is on YouTube, but on Instagram anyway. EDC Misfits, got a little saying: "Buy, flick, release." I think that's a great saying. I love this sticker right here. So got some swag there that'll go out to other people at some point. And then here's the company, Worry Free Cheese. They are cheese driven. Thought that might be a business card, but check them out on Instagram, again, at Worry Free Cheese. They have these little cheese magnets, stickers, pretty cool stuff. They started this year, and basically it's kind of like the same concept as a Worry donut. I've seen those a couple times, and basically it's like a little donut made out of cool materials like G-Carta, micarta, carbon fiber, whatever, titanium people make stuff out of, and you carry it, and it's supposed to help with like anxiety and maybe like give you something to hold, kind of like a challenge coin, I guess. Now in the case of the donuts, I kind of understand it a little bit more, because at least with the donut I could like put it on my finger and like spin it around or something, like kind of fidget with it. I do have like these kind of poker chip things. Now this is more of like a swag item, but this is from Hanks That Rock, and it's kind of a similar deal, right? You just throw it in your pocket, and then when you're like bored or something, you know, you can take it out and play with it, do the old coin trick that I don't know how to do. So this is kind of a similar thing, right? So in all, openness and honesty, he offered to send me this. So I did not pay for this. I believe this would be like $65. This is their fireworks model, and basically it's an America flavored one because it's red, white, and blue. It's for July 4th. It is made out of different types of G-Carta, so that's pretty cool. And then they call this like a little, I don't know what they call it, a little cheese nugget, I guess, or a curd. I don't know. And this is your main cheese wheel. Now, it did bring back some nostalgia factor for me, because when I was a kid, my mom used to always get those little Baybel cheeses. I think it's called Baybel, the little red ones with the cow on it, and then you would kind of take the wrapper up, and then there was this like wax layer over it you would peel off. Had a little thing in there you'd peel, and then it would start to come off, and then you'd have that wheel of cheese to eat, and that cheese was so delicious. And this came in like a little plastic container, had their logo and everything on it. I think it even had a COA, and then that came in one of those red like mesh type bags that those cheeses would come in, like the really thin mesh type stuff. I don't know how to explain it, but really cool. If you watch my unboxing, you'll see it just brought back memories for me, and that was cool. So I've carried it for a few days, and I wanted to give my kind of feedback. I wanted to do a video. You know, he did send this to me, even though it's not like something I really would carry. I don't think I'm going to really carry it much. I did want to do the video because he sent it to me. He's a good dude, and I do get it. And I think some people out there will kind of be into this and maybe just don't know it exists. So let's just take a look at it real quick up close. So you have this G-Carta here in this red, white, and blue coloring, which is cool. There's like these little divots taken out to kind of mimic cheese, you know, like I guess the air holes in cheese, not holes that mice have eaten. I don't, That's what I'm guessing anyway. And then you can see the state of Wisconsin, I believe, is etched into it. Wisconsin is obviously, you know, the cheese state. I don't know if these guys are from Wisconsin. That would kind of make some sense. But I, for some reason, feel like he's from Florida. But I don't know. Anyway, it makes sense that Wisconsin is in there. And I think that piece is titanium, because there's titanium in this. So maybe that piece that goes through there, and then maybe that is titanium. I don't know. And then you have some paracord. And then you have this little nugget right here, which to me, this thing is kind of like cool and bothers me at the same time, because it looks just like in Germany. I'm German, by the way. I was born there. I have family there. I go back whenever I can. We moved here when I was like 3, but you know, I've always gone back. My mom's whole side is there. Anyway, there's these licorice balls, lakritzbälle, that we would eat, and it basically is the best candy ever. I love black licorice, and it has this like licorice core in it. It's freaking phenomenal if you like licorice. And I would crush them so hard when I was younger. And occasionally I'll try to order them somehow and get them here. You can't get them in the U.S. And this looks just like one of those, except, you know, it would be all black and white. It wouldn't have the red in it, or the blue, I guess. But it looks this shape. It has that texture even. It's like this sugar-coated thing. Anyway, it just reminds me of that. And every time I look at it, I want one. So it's kind of like a blessing and a curse. I do like having it on here because it's the only thing in this like package that you can fiddle with. So that's my biggest gripe with this. You can't fiddle with it. So like the donuts, you could probably spin on your finger or whatever. I don't know what other kind of worry things are. I guess stones you could kind of just rock around in your hand maybe if it's small enough. This is like big enough to the point where I'm not going to be like doing all this kind of stuff like I would with a coin, you know? And then it doesn't have anything that like spins or whatever. You just have this little guy kind of, you know, but it's not really meant for that, and it's not very intuitive for that, because that's obviously not what it's for, but it's the one thing that I would sit there and fiddle with, you know? And I think these are extra, like they don't normally come on it. I think you just get the cheese wheel, and then they started adding these little nuggets for certain things. I don't know. I'm not the expert. Please go check out their Instagram. Even if you're not into it, they have cool colors and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting just to follow along and see what's going on. Now, the other thing, I spoke to Jake about it. Again, this is Jake from EDC Misfits. He and I think one other guy run this worry-free cheese. The other thing I said was, because he wanted feedback, right? That's the whole point of sending me this. The fidget factor was one thing, and then I also thought maybe having it where you could put it on a keychain. So adding some kind of little loop or something, like I'm sure I could figure it out right now. If I didn't have this nugget on it and this was like just a piece of paracord, you know, that I could then put a keychain through, that would work. Or even like take these ends and, you know, somehow do it that way. There's definitely a way I could get a keychain on here, but maybe making that an option somehow that's, you know, secure and all that good stuff, that would be cool. Because I'm sure plenty of people would hang one of these off their keychain. It does look cool. You know, I'm not like a big cheese guy, and I'm not a big trinkets guy. So, like, again, this is kind of lost on me. But I'm trying here to, you know, see what it's about and understand it, to, you know, help Jake a little bit here, because he is into it, and there's plenty of people that are. Like there's a guy I talk to all the time, you guys may know him, Nebucloud, Jason, on Instagram and YouTube. Great dude, and he's all about rocks. Like, he has a rock collection. Sorry to put you on blast, dude, but like, he has a rock collection and he's proud of it, and I think that's cool. And he carries rocks Like that's part of his EDC. So there's people that carry stuff like this. And I would if it was more clicky. I need something clicky or spinny or whatever, right? Because I have noticed the last couple of weeks I've been back in the office, right? So I've been going in 2 days a week. So I work at home and in the office now. And those 2 days, it's hard. Like I am like really like I want to pull my knife out and I want to flick it. And I want to fidget with my knife, but I can't. I can't sit there with this thing and be fidgeting with it because 2 reasons. One, if somebody walks by, like let's say the CEO walks by, and I'm sitting there flipping this giant Tanto with a skull clip on it and everything, I just don't think it would go over well. I don't think it would be like some big, huge issue. But at the same time, I just feel like, it doesn't make sense to have that out, right? And also the sound factor. So like the first day I was back, I was sitting there fidgeting my Hoback Sumo, and I was like, click, clack, 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 clack. If you've ever heard that thing when I fidget with it, I posted some reels on Instagram. It's like a really clicky, clacky thing. And some lady from HR is like a few cubicles down from me. She comes over, she's like, hey, can you stop that click clack sound? And I was like, yeah, sure, sorry. And so I had to put my knife away. So now when I have the urge, I have to repress it, and I sit there a lot thinking about pulling my knife out. Like I want to be fidgeting with it. I need something to fidget with. So point being is that's where something like this would come into play. Back in the day, before I really was into like knife collecting, I had some of the fidget cubes. They have like a light switch on one side, and then they have these little push thingies on the other side, and then they have another side with a joystick and another side with a button. And those were fun, man, because you just put it at your desk, and when you were bored or whatever, you needed just to get some energy out, you just sit there and fidget with it. And that's what's cool about it. And I think that's where this could see an improvement. The quality and everything is there. Like, look at it. The craftsmanship, all that stuff is there. You cannot argue that this is not made extremely well, put together well, packaged well. If you see the unboxing, absolutely wonderful presentation. I was pretty blown away by it, actually. But for me, it needs some fidget factor. And that may not be the case for everybody. Maybe this isn't the thing for that, right? But that's my take on it. If it had something I could spin, like, I don't know if that would ruin this, ruin the design and everything. If it had something I could, click, or I don't know, just something other than like, I'm not doing this. I'm not going to sit at my desk and do this. You know what I mean? It's just weird. I could use a pen, I could just sit there with my pen and do this then. This isn't that satisfying either, but it's better than, so those are my thoughts on the worry-free cheese. I think it's a cool idea. I think it's a cool product. I think for the people that seriously use something like this, like, I don't want to belittle the people who actually carry these as a worry stone type thing, right? Like I took it to, we had a dinner yesterday at my parents' for my birthday, which was earlier in the week, and sitting outside with my brother, my sister-in-law, my wife, and we have our kids running around, and I kind of took it out, gave it to one of the kids, see what they, would do with it, and, he carried it around for a second, and then he dropped it. He just wanted my Apple Watch, right? My nephew, and eventually we started talking about it because I brought it up and I told him where I got it and what I was doing with it and whatever. And my sister-in-law said, she said, I carried a worry stone for a while after her sister died, which was tragic. And, I don't need to get into that, but You know, she was like, I carried one for a while, or maybe it was her sister who carried one. But anyway, there's people out there that carry these types of things, carry a worry stone or a donut or whatever. It may seem silly to us. Some of us like worry cheese, worry-free cheese. Like what? I get that. If you hear that and you're like, what the, right? But for some people, it really is a comforting type thing. You know, it's something to put in your hand when you think about that person or think about that moment or, you know, whatever's stressing you out at the moment. And people just, I guess, hold it and squeeze it, or they know that it's on them and it comforts them. So obviously that's the main purpose of this thing. So I think that's cool. You know, again, not for me. You know, I'm probably just gonna crack a beer like an alcoholic, but you know, we all do it our own way. And so anyway, worry-free cheese, guys. I'll take the stickers out again here so you can see the card and everything. You guys can hit them up on Instagram. Even if you don't buy one of these worry-free cheeses, hey, go give them a shout out for me. Let them know I sent you. Tell him what's up. Jake's a great dude. If nothing else, right? Just go say hey and give him a little love. So thank you guys. Absolutely. I love you so much. And Jake, thanks so much, brother. I really appreciate you sending this my way. It does have value to me because of that. I'll say that much, right? It's not going anywhere. It's not just going to get sold or something because you gave it to me. So it has sentimental value now. So whatever that's worth, right? So that's it, guys. Love you. Hope you have a fantastic day. And I will catch you later.